The desire for agency, fueled by the experience of marginalization. Now, I think you meant to have another comma there. Naturally results in individuals using deceit in their pursuit of authority. Well, the issue here conceptually is that you've said in their pursuit for authority, and then you've said desire for agency. So you're making two very similar points at the start and end of the sentence. So it's not super clear. It's not super refined, I would say. So I'd be very careful with those elements right there. The desire for agency, I'd also say you should use rubric terms instead of synonyms where you can. So desire is not in the rubric, but the word that is similar to that is motivation, okay? The motivation for agency, right? Or the motivation for something to do with agency, I would be using that instead, okay? So that's a rubric term, and that's how you can better engage with it, is just try to find words that you have naturally used and think, oh, I can just replace that with that rubric term. So that's going to help you a little bit. Generally, that's not to do with the word of the question or anything in this case, but it is nice to kind of pepper in, so to speak, rubric terms or terms from your syllabus throughout the essay as well. Okay, so the motivation for agency fueled by the experience naturally results in individuals using deceit. So I'm assuming deceit is the flaw you want to talk about, and yet you haven't explicitly said that. That's the issue here. It's a little bit too implicit, and you want to make the marker's life easy. You want to say to the marker, hey, here's the flaw, here's my insight about it, and it's very clear because I've used those exact words and I've actually defined those words. The problem with the top sentence is you didn't define anything. The problem with the second sentence is you haven't connected the flaw that you've mentioned about deceit to the key term of the question. So again, you're making the marker's life hard there, and you're also potentially going to completely disregard the question by doing that. So make it easy for the marker to say, yes, you are directly responding to the question. So the motivation for agency, okay, fueled by the experience of marginalization, okay, naturally results in, I mean, you don't want to be too scientific in your language, but that's probably okay. Naturally results in individuals using deceit, right, in their pursuit of authority. So like, I think you can do more with that. I don't know if you need that last bit because you've already said the motivation for agency. I mean, do you want agency or authority? You probably pick one or the other because you've kind of repeated the same part of the sentence there. And the other thing is you've just said the word deceit. Is that the flaw? It naturally results in individuals. So maybe it exposes the flawed something, right? Like the motivation exposes the flawed kind of capacity. You can say what is flawed, right? Well, it's the capacity, the flawed capacity, or the flaw that is, the human flaw that is deception or something, deceptive behavior or something, right? I'm just being pretty simple here. I'm just trying to show you an example of how you could be a little bit more direct with the question, but hopefully that's kind of helping. Fueled by the experience exposes the human flaw that is deceptive behavior, or is the use of deceit. I probably would restructure the sentence. Like I'm not happy with how this is flowing anyways, and if I write this, but the point is we need to get this direct flaw part in. Okay, so I'll try and restructure it quickly. That it is the use of deceit in, when one is marginalized. But yeah, I think I would just want to redo this one.